Well, good evening, everybody. This is John Unell, aka John I Fly, from Schuylkill Haven, Pennsylvania. How are you doing, everybody? It's been a little while since I did a rant. I wanted to wait until I had something to talk about. I'm sure there's a lot to talk about, but I've been busy the past 2 weeks, or almost 2 weeks. Anyway, had a situation last night where I had my back right tire had 2 nails in it, so I had to get that taken care of today. There's always something, never a dull moment, huh? Anyway, it is the 13th of October. I don't know why I have September marked. I'm a month behind here. But anyway, I see that our former president, is still pushing his lies. And so this particular little discussion, I titled it, The Evil Persists. I think that's the best way. Oh, pardon me, my chair, I have to adjust it here. But anyway, it's the best title that I could come up with to describe Trump. He just won't let it go, people. He won't let it go. And he continues to lie 9 months after the fact. I mean, come on. 9 months. Well, I think we all know what his ultimate goal is. See if I can adjust this here. Sorry for the bright light on top. My other light and my lamp, I accidentally busted it. And the light I've got in there now is not real bright, so at some point I need to get another bulb. But anyway, Trump is still touting the election fraud, that, oh, the election was stolen. Yeah. And I'm looking here, I notated Trump made it his singular mission to undermine the 2020 election, which he, by the way, irrefutably lost. But you see, it's easy for Mr. Trump to call everybody else a loser. But when it's his turn to be a loser, which he has been a loser, for how long? Oh no, that can't be. It's everybody else's fault. They're the losers. They don't have the truth in them. They're making up stuff, right? No, it's not. It's not. It's Donald Trump who's living in a fantasy world. He's also using what's known as conspiracy theories. I don't know how he gets the time to dream them up. I think what it is he's probably listening to too many right-wing nutjob stations and blogs and podcasts, whatever he finds the time to do, and he believes everything is gospel. But it's not. And I want to give you an example here. He said there's dead people voting, and supposedly anyway, and he claims that they're facts. In other words, there's another thing here. He goes, more votes cast than there was voters. So that would probably fit in with the dead people voting. But really, it didn't happen. The fact is, it was a faulty analysis that took the turnout rate for eligible voters. That's the key word, eligible. 18 years plus older. And they applied it to the small number of registered voters. And of course it's going to make it look bigger than what it really is, but this is what they do. This is what Trump does to try to prove his facts, which is not facts. Another thing, and we've heard this all the time, Dominion voting machines switch votes from Trump to Biden. I find that interesting because I remember back in 2017 when I was working for a local knitting mill, yet the secretary that she was kind of like she ran we had an outlet store there for anything that there might have been minor defects in the shirts, so she took care of that. But I remember her telling us that, oh well, my vote, somehow the machine changed my vote from Republican to Democrat. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's what she claimed. I mean, it's possible, but I doubt it. But he's saying here, Dominion voting machines switched the votes from Trump to Biden. Now, the statistical analysis shows no significant difference between Dominion machines and other means of tabulation. There's no significant difference. They're trying to say it is. I mean, to listen to Donald Trump, oh my God, these Dominion machines, they changed a good bit of votes from Trump to Biden. And of course he's going to pay the price because Dominion voting machines is, I'm not sure if they're suing him. I know I believe Giuliani is one of them that's being sued. And I think they're suing some right-wing nutjob stations. Good for them. You know, you spread misinformation and lies, you deserve to get what you get. But the thing is that I find fascinating is Trump, now he's holding these rallies all over the place, okay? Because he has his eye on the 2024 election. But in the meantime, he's supporting all of those people that are, I like to call it kissing his ass. Now they call it kissing the ring, but it's the same difference. And he recently had, Trump I should say, recently had a rally in Iowa. And of course he had I believe the governor of Iowa was on there with him on the platform, and Senator Chuck Grassley was also there. He was a senator, one of the senators in Iowa. Now if you remember 9 months ago, right after the insurrection happened, Senator Grassley more or less, well, he came right out and said that Donald Trump was responsible for it, and it wasn't right or whatever. I don't have the exact quote, but you can find it on YouTube what he said. 9 months later, now he's singing a different tune. And I remember, I watched it on television. He gave a little speech and he said, you know, I believe he said, what was it, 98% of the Iowans are for Donald Trump. And I'd be crazy if I didn't go with Trump. That's basically in the gist what he said. You know, what is it with these people? Do they ever believe in integrity and standing up for your own beliefs for a change? No, not anymore. I was listening to CNN tonight, and Don Lemon, he said, the Democrats have to realize that we're no longer in 2020. We're in 2021, and I tend to agree with him. Anybody who might have watched it tonight, that's what he said. It's far different from 2020. We live in a different world, is what Don Lemon said. You know, we have to face the facts, whatever they were back in 2020 with the Republicans, and after the insurrection, the few that did stand against what Trump did, I think Trump's twisting a little arms. It's like, hey, if you want to win and stay in politics and stay in the Republican Party, you're going to support me. And if you don't like it, out the door you go. That's what he's doing. He's pressuring them. What comes to mind is Pennsylvania, the one senator, Dan Muser, I believe his name is, Meuscer, just read in the paper today, the local paper, that he's not going to run for the governor now, office of governor for Pennsylvania. He's changed his mind. He says, I feel that I'm needed better in Washington, D.C. for the House majority when the Republicans take over in 2022. So people, I can't stress it enough. We Democrats, we Blue Dot Democrats, anybody, we've got to vote blue in 2022. And that's the shirt that I'm wearing that I got from John Britterville of Blue Dot in Texas. And it's true, we have to vote blue in 2022. This is a very important election, but 2024 also will be the important election. But we can't let the Republicans take over the House. We can't. In light of especially all this bullshit that's going on and the lies that Trump is selling, and he's convinced his little minions to also lie. They got to face reality. Well, they don't want to face reality. They want the American people to believe a lie. And so far, a good bit of Republicans are believing the lie. Especially the ones that are running for the House of Representatives and I guess the Senate too. But anyway, we have to stand up against this, I call it a slow trend toward another insurrection, or coup, if you will. That's basically what I wanted to talk about tonight. We got to vote blue in 2022. It's a must. It's a must. Every time I turn the TV on, they say, well, you got to get your news from various sources. Seems like everything that I watch is the same message. Donald Trump is hungry for power, and you know what? If he gets reelected, it's going to be revenge time. I can tell you right now, Senator Cheney, she's going to be out in her ass. And Adam Kinzinger too, because they're telling the truth. They're Republicans that are at least telling the truth. Now, I read somewhere that, Adam Kinzinger may be doing this because he probably has his eyes to run for the White House in 2024. Well, that remains to be seen. We're a little way off yet from 2024. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm impressed that he's telling the truth so far. He hasn't caved in to the pressure from the Trump wannabe regime. Okay? Him and Liz Cheney. So, they're on the January 6th committee, by the way, and I just heard tonight they did release another subpoena. I think it's the acting attorney general that was under Trump. His name skips me right now. I should have wrote it down, but they sent him a subpoena basically, and it states that they had the committee has credible evidence that he was involved somehow with the pushing the election fraud thing. Well, I'm not surprised. Not surprised one bit. I tell you what, the shit's hitting the fan, people, and it's about time. The Democrats need to just not hesitate. Like I heard from somebody, they said, President Biden needs to stop apologizing and start pushing stuff. And I agree. And the Congress. We have a majority, slim as it is, but we do have the majority. We got to take action now and make sure things are done. Put this squibbling around about you know, the different things in Congress. They're talking about the packages, the 2 packages that they want to vote on, and then also the debt ceiling, because I've heard McConnell say he's not going to help the Democrats out now when this temporary debt ceiling raise will end sometime in the beginning part of December, I believe it is. They're going to do everything they can to try to make it hard for the Democrats. But you know something? This is not a Democratic or Republican issue on this raising the debt ceiling. This is an American issue, because it's going to screw a lot of things up. It could put us into a recession. It could cause people not to get their Social Security checks, what have you. It would be disastrous. So I think if they have any common sense in their head, they won't do it. But we'll see what happens in the meantime. But anyway, that's about all I had to talk about tonight. I'm going to try to do more rants. It's just been busy, you know. I have other things to worry about right now, and I think things will get straightened out, but I will do them as often as I can. And I want to thank you very much, everybody, for listening to me. Remember, on YouTube, you can find me as John I Fly. That's all small letters, Johni, F as in Frank, L as in Love, Y. On Facebook, you can find me with my real name, John R. Unell, Unell. And feel free to subscribe, like the clip. And another thing, please comment. Man, I love reading your comments. So tell me your comments on what you feel on the subject. Anyway, I will be reading them. And thank you again for listening to me. And hopefully I can get another rant done soon. Hopefully I can get a day or two that I can actually stick to it and make a rant by a certain time. I'd like to go live. I still haven't figured out how to do it yet. It's crazy. I guess at some point I'll figure it out. But anyway, thanks again for listening. Take care, stay safe. We still have that coronavirus out there, the Delta variety. I see finally we have a turn down in the numbers, and that's good, but we got to keep it up, because guess what, people? Winter's coming, and it will tend to rise as people are forced to go indoors due to the cold weather. Anyway, thanks again for listening. I will be talking to you soon. Have a great evening and rest of the week. It's hump day today, so still got Thursday and Friday. All right, I will talk to you people soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.